Good morning, I'm Sangeeta, Kandola. The NHS's most senior doctor in England, Professor Sir Stephen Powis, has warned the next round of strikes by medics will see unparalleled levels of disruption, with up to 250,000 appointments and operations potentially postponed. Junior doctors are due to walk out for 4 days from Tuesday in a bitter dispute over pay. But the Health Secretary, Steve Barclay, said pay demands by the union representing the medics were unrealistic. Alex Isat has the latest.
Up to 250,000 operations and appointments could be postponed in England as junior doctors are set to go on a 4-day strike from Tuesday.
Claps don't pay the bills! Claps don't pay the bills!
NHS leaders say the walkouts are likely to impact patients, causing unparalleled levels of disruption.
But there will be an impact when we lose that number of staff, and that impact will be felt mostly in our routine care services, so that's outpatient appointments, routine procedures.
The British Medical Association says the dispute could end if the government make a credible offer. The union's calling for a 35% pay rise to make up for 15 years of below-inflation wage rises. Health Secretary Steve Barclay says those demands are unrealistic. Writing in The Telegraph, he said it is deeply disappointing that this industrial action has been timed to cause maximum disruption to both patients and other NHS staff. And although he remains determined to find a fair offer, he won't get into serious talks unless the strike action was cancelled. During last month's strikes, hospitals drafted in consultants to provide cover, but it's estimated a quarter of them are on leave due to the Easter holidays. The BMA has confirmed there are plans to protect patients, which could involve pulling junior doctors off the picket line if individual hospitals report lives are in danger. Alex Isat, ITV News.
The funerals of 2 British-Israeli sisters shot dead in the occupied West Bank are expected to take place later today. 20-year-old Maya and 15-year-old Rina D were killed while travelling on a family hiking trip in the Jordan Valley. Their mother, who was also seriously injured, is fighting for her life in hospital. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack. The mother of a 9-year-old girl who was shot and killed in Liverpool has joined in the chorus of voices pushing for a new law requiring criminals to be present at the time of sentencing. Olivia Pratt-Corbell was killed by Thomas Cashman last August. Cashman refused to appear in the dock when he was sentenced to 42 years in prison earlier this week, something Cheryl Corbell has branded cowardly. Details of Joe Biden's trip to Ireland next week have been announced. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak will greet the US President when he arrives in Belfast and pledge to fulfil the promise of the Good Friday Agreement as they mark the 25th anniversary. Mr. Biden is also expected to give a speech at Ulster University. The government is expected to launch enforcement squads to crack down on the illegal sale of e-cigarettes to under 18s. These squads will work across the country and clamp down on those businesses who sell vapes to children. NHS data shows 1 in 10 secondary school pupils are regular vapers, despite the fact the products are intended to help adults give up smoking. The Archbishop of Canterbury has used his Easter sermons to encourage people not to lose heart over conflicts in Ukraine, Israel and Palestine. Meanwhile, the royal family are gathering at Windsor for Easter Sunday. They are attending St George's Chapel, the same place where the Queen was laid to rest. And the Pope has led the Easter service in the Vatican. It comes after the pontiff was discharged from hospital with breathing problems last week. Appearing in a wheelchair, Pope Francis delivered his address to thousands in St Peter's Square. And an Italian artist has created a giant portrait of Pablo Picasso in Verona. Well, the huge artwork was created on wasteland using a tractor to mark the 50th anniversary of the painter's death. That is all for now. I'm back with the latest at 2:15. Until then, do enjoy your Easter Sunday. Bye.